Another game, another loss for the Chicago Blackhawks as they go into Utah against a team who doesn't have a name and lose again to them, this time 2-1 in Utah. Yes, I am mentioning it. A team who doesn't even have a name has beat us twice this year, the season opener and then tonight. Here we go. The Hawks, I know it. We are in the bottom of the league. And we are pretty much at the end point of this season where there's nothing much to win for at all at this point. And Utah is battling for a playoff spot. But the Hawks find another way to score first and lose the game and ruin another stellar performance for our goaltending. Arvid Soderblom in net for your Chicago Blackhawks tonight, and he played phenomenal. The Hawks up front of him played like crap. They couldn't get out of the defensive zone. They couldn't find ways to get the puck into the neutral zone at points. It was rough. This team has a ton of issues. Kyle Davidson, it's time. I get it. Trade deadline is just in a few days away from now. It's time to get the trading going because frankly, we have nothing to win for at this point. We're in tank mode. Again, another season for tank mode, in which this season was not supposed to be this way. Losing 2-1 to Utah, and us only getting 2 power plays this entire game, going 50% at the power play, to Utah going 0 for 5 at the power play. That shows our special teams is good. However, when we don't get power plays. We end up going to the penalty box way too much. And we kill them off, but we cannot get the power plays. Tonight's game, officiating was terrible. Again. It seems like every game, the officiating has been getting worse. And tonight, a couple blatant misembellishment penalties on Utah were not called. One being for giving Alex Vlasic a roughing penalty when he didn't even touch Nick Butzak, who basically went flopping all in the air, acting like he got shot in the face almost with a puck. But no, he didn't even get touched by Vlasic. He was making a hockey play, and then freaking Butzak throws his hands in his face and doesn't get an embellishment. That's bad officiating. So, let's look at the stats of the game, shall we? Shots on goal, 5-8 in favor for Utah in the first, 11-14 in favor for Utah in the second, 6-14 in favor for Utah in the third. Total shots on goal, 22-36. That shows the Hawks were in the defensive zone way too much. In fact, they couldn't get out of the defensive zone the majority of the game. And they just don't find a way to press. First period of play, there was only one goal scored. And in the first period of play, it's the Blackhawks who were able to get on the board first. However, Utah starts the game buzzing, gets a power play, Hawks kill it off. Don't allow a shot on goal. Utah gets another power play. Hawks killed it off. And then a power play to the Hawks midway through the period. And at 13:34 in the first period, scored by number 4, Steph Jones. His 7th of the season on the power play, assisted by number 8, Ryan Donato. And number 86, Tavo Teravainen, to give the Hawks a 1-0 lead over Utah. This goal by Jones was all set up by Connor Bedard. Bedard, yes, doesn't get on the score sheet in this game, but he deceives the Utah defense to follow him. Jones moves into Bedard's circle area to shoot. He shoots it in. Hawks lead 1-0. They take that 1-0 lead into the second period of play. Second period of play, however, being the worst period of play for the Blackhawks this season, we are in for a rough one. We go into the second period. It remains 1-0 for the majority of the period. But Utah was pressing, had the Hawks on their heels, keeping chances going, and the Hawks just could not find a way to break out of the defensive zone. And while at 19-16 in the second period, Clayton Keller scores his 21st of the season, assisted by Kesselring and Cooley, to make it a 1-1 game with 44 seconds remaining in the second period. That's usually a backbreaker if you give up a goal late in a period, and well, it is, because we go into the third period, remains pretty much tied 1 apiece midway through the period, and well, at 12-12 in the third period, Lawson Krause goes barred down, his 9th of the season, assisted by Josh Stone and Oli Mata, to make it a 2-1 lead for Utah. And that's the game. Arvid Soderblom tonight was phenomenal. He was making save after save, and the Hawks just can't do much offensively to help themselves to find a way to get a win. We are yet to win after this Four Nations break, and I don't know when the next one's going to come, because games are getting tougher. Teams are in playoff push mode, and the Hawks, well, the trade deadline's almost near. So down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were on today's game, and thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, this is the rough season again.